Oops. Hello. Okay, I'm a little bit late, of course. I've been trying to edit one of my videos, so I just got a little bit lost in the sauce there and was focusing on trying to finish that. Anyway, let's open the actual stream manager. Let me know if anything is weird going on, but hopefully everything will be normal. Okay, so last where we left off, we successfully... Wait, let's start one. It was Justice for All. Okay, Trials and Tribulations. We successfully proved that my client was innocent of theft by proving that he was at the scene of a murder. So, that's the wrong one. So, we're gonna see if we can fix that, because apparently a murderer he is also not. And a theft he is. Like, we found out actually he is a thief. But I guess he's just gonna get away with theft, because sounds like no one's caring to get him in trouble for those. Hey Nick, what is this time? You won't believe how many people are here for the trial. It is a murder case. What are you talking about? They're here for the trial next door. Why don't you know about this, Nick? They're having Detective Atme's trial today. What kind of garbage is gonna happen because of having both of these trials at the same time? There's gonna be garbage. We already know. It's Phoenix Wright. It's Phoenix Wright, there's gonna be garbage. Sorry. I didn't check myself before I turned the camera on. Detective Atme? Maybe he's not that famous. We literally didn't know who he was. They say they're gonna try him as Mask to Mask. So are we gonna actually try and get him not convicted as Mask to Mask? Like, I think he's guilty of trying to, like, steal the, urn. Because he did. But I think the point is he's not actually Mask to Mask, right? That was fast. I'd love to see Mask to Mask trial. I know. Where's Pearls? I know you don't like me? Really gotten her training lately? Please, don't ignore me! Oh, Mr. Delight. Good morning. No one likes me. No one would notice me even if I killed someone. Oh, boo-hoo you. Come on, don't be silly. Wait a sec. You don't mean you're the murderer? No, I'm just a poor thief. No, wait, that's not right. A thief really can't be poor. A thief can be poor. According to Mr. Delight, from his second crime on, he was following a bunch of set plans, but someone had been sending him to help him with— oh right, he hadn't been doing them on his own. So, that could be Mask to Mask. No, let me make it clear. Atme could be actually Mask to Mask, just trying to set up some adversary to make him famous, self-famous. Do you really think there's a connection between the thief and the murderer? It's possible, but today's trial is a race against the clock. How come? Let's take your time like always. I'm afraid that's not an option. 10 a.m. What happened? Why is there no ability to be slow? Is it because technically a day already passed? And it has to be 3 days? What is now in session for the trial of Mr. Ron Delight? Okay. Oh, I closed the game. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Your ready preparation is the last refuge of the weak. What? It's a trial. You gotta be prepared. Settle down, everyone. Let's begin with your opening statement, Mr. Godot. Judge's palm with his hand again. Simply too young to be said. What? I'm afraid I have no idea what that means. I don't know either. Ha! Then you need to get out more, Your Honor. Life is war, but that is exactly why you must be more precise in your wording. That's all my statement means. You understand now, right? Sure. Taking charge like you know what's going on for a change. The victim is Kane Bullard, CEO of KB Security. His body was found— the eyes are freaky— in a safe approximately 9 a.m. in the morning of the 13th. Time of death was 1 a.m. And that's when our little lost kitten dropped the ball. That little lost kitten is, of course, the defendant. Very well, Mr. Godot, please call your first witness. I never drink more than 17 cups of coffee during any given trial. That's why I've had 34 heart attacks. But the first one is always the best. Mr. Godot, your witness? I like how they're trying to play some weird sexy music with him. Okay then, let's hear what defendant Mr. Rondelite has to say for himself. Defendant? Well, Mr. Wright, does the defense have any objections? It may be a bit of a disadvantage having the defendant testify, but... He allowed me to testify so she could do the cross-examination. She put a lot of trust in me back then. Yeah, you did act like a big pile of idiot. We have no objections, whoops. Please take the stand. I don't think she trusted you. I think she trusted herself to be able to figure out whatever you said was dumb as hell. You did it, didn't you? Yes. What? No, that's not true! I see Godot is still a lunatic. Glad he stays in character. He said he drinks 17 cups of coffee a case. Or a day. Or a whatever. Somehow he's still alive. Maybe that's why he has the medal. Filter out all the goddamn coffee. I thought we'd set the record for the world's shortest trial. Already looks plenty guilty with that face he's making. We just put his last nail in his own coffin. At least he's saying he didn't kill the man this time. Can you tell me something? Why'd you go to Kiwi Security? It's kind of hard to say. Boy, I wish I could go home. Let's hear some testimony about what happened. We found out he is very much the thief. That evening around 1 a.m. I went to see Mr. Bullard in his office at KB Security. The blackmail letter I got, it ordered me to go there. I'd been working for KB Security until a year ago, so I knew where his office was. At the time of the murder? The weak get washed away by the tides of fates. The strong drink it up. Ha! It's bitter today, too. Just like my destiny. My bitter destiny. You never know that from the way he's chugging it down. Your cross-examination, if you please. 1 a.m. Press. 1 a.m., hon. You're absolutely sure about that? That's what my watch said when I was entering the CEO's office. Or no? I'm not really sure my watch was slow and my internal clock was also a bit late for a coffee date, that's for sure. The insane thing is the fact that our dipstick friend, who's security there, basically let him die by dicking around with his girlfriend, ex-girlfriend, at 1 a.m. when the alarm went off. Like, there's a chance that that man did not have to die. Ordered you there? First time I've gotten a blackmail letter that ordered me to go somewhere. I've gotten other blackmailers before. Steal this, take this. Please don't say anymore. Still press harder. Always press harder. What did it say? Bring $50,000. Oh, but wait. I never intended to pay that money anyway. Is that right? After all, he had nothing to hold over my head. I had nothing to be afraid of. An important point indeed. A muddy mud skipper in outer space has a better chance of surviving than I do. That wasn't to cause me trouble or anything. What were you being blackmailed about anyway? You don't want your identity revealed, correct? I'm sure I was referring to the whole mask-to-mask thing. But I wasn't worried. Mr. Bullard didn't have anything on me. He didn't? Anyway, I don't care what anyone says about me. Just as long as Desi believes in me. But you are the thief! And she believes you're not. That's why Mr. Light didn't believe he would. That's why Mr. Light didn't believe he was Master Mask. That's why I knew they were just hollow threats. A year ago, new results. Security Chief for some reason. Security Chief, you? And yet, a year ago, you were fired without notice. Revenge for an old grudge? A perfect motive for murder, wouldn't you say? No, we kind of need to know these things. Tell us why you were fired from your job. I wish I would have never asked that. Then I take it back. I need money. Nessie loves to spend it. It's kind of her hobby. Not exactly the best hobby in the world. My salary wasn't nearly enough, but I stole data from the company. Come again? Maybe security has a lot of security info in all sorts of companies. Since I was a security team chief who stole some data and sold it. We're just trying to prove him innocent of murder. Mr. Bullard found out and I was fired immediately. I wish I'd never asked that. I'm somehow able to keep it a secret and made it seem like I put on my own. It looks so good. Someone who brings harm to the company is fired as punishment. You do not want to remember that. You stole data. Yes, I'm sorry. Very important fact, please add it to your testimony. I'm gonna take the jaws of life to escape from the case from the clutches of disaster. Okay. I'm gonna press both of them. I still want all the information. It's better to know, right? I mean, maybe I'm just making life hard for myself, but wait, I couldn't ask the other direction? Chief you, and yet yeah, it doesn't let me choose anything. Okay, fine. I guess that's the only thing to find out then. Why would you do something like that? For Desi's hobby, what else? Wasting money? It's not a waste! So Miss Delight doesn't know that her husband was fired, does she? Does she also not know that they financially can't support the amount of spending she does? Guess that's all the spicy info that you get. So it would seem, I'm not sure what to think about couples who keep secrets like that from each other. This case may have gotten Mai to think seriously about couples. That is true, right? She's just like frivolously spending money they clearly don't have. And he's just stealing and lying to her to make sure that she has the money. Try to stay focused, Mr. Wright. As much as test, unless it was her avoiding something. At least that's what it sounds like to me. Do I have something? This is all such. That's something else. Time to do some crime. Amazing, why talk about it? Just adapt. Let's press again. I don't know.
Listen.
Oh, no. I'm afraid that reason isn't just going to hold up anymore. What do you mean? The victim had no proof the defendant was mask to mask. But you were the one who stole company secrets only 1 year earlier. But that was all over with once I was fired. But it is true that the fact that I stole secrets is kept under wraps. There was no reason for me to pay up now a whole year later. Is that really true? The fact that Ron was stealing company data. Oh no. He would have had a... Huh? I wonder if he would have had a problem if that ever became public knowledge. Yes, he would. Desi would find out he was a thief. Mr. Delight, I believe you would have been in considerable trouble if your identity as a company data thief was made public. Mr. Wright, what are you trying to do by bullying your own client? Men are like colonies of bacteria. The more you apply, the faster they grow. That's exactly right. Well then, feel free to keep up the heat, my little lawyer amigo. Now come on, provide some evidence to back up your assertion. Why would Mr. Delight want to keep his data stealing secret from going public? Desi, right? It's all about Desi. Oh, I skipped Desi. Hates criminals and cowards more than anything.
Take that!
Mr. Delight, what you said just now doesn't match up with what you told me yesterday. What doesn't? I think you must have been scared, very scared, of having a certain person find out your secret. Miss Desiree Delight, the defendant's wife. But listen to me, my Desi, shouldn't she be in the room? It's like if I just sit back and relax, the fun will end before it truly begins. Godot, it doesn't matter. We're trying to bring him of murder. Yes, we know, it was all your wife's fault. What do you mean? Mr. Delight stole company data to pay for his wife's spending habit, for which he was fired. Unable to face his own wife, someone used his dirty little secret to blackmail him. And that is how this murder came about. It's like a big jump to be like, you didn't like the guy, to like, so you killed him! Everything is falling neatly into place for him. It's fine. It always falls neatly into place for the other person. Don't talk about my Desi like that. Or you'll be sorry! Well, it seems that we've learned a great deal of things here so far. What do you think, Nick? I didn't think it was possible to get so thoroughly whipped in just 20 minutes. There was sufficient motive for murder, he stole data for his wife, and he killed to protect a secret. A family man who cared just a little too much. The motive is clear, let's move on. Wow, what he threat Ron throughout? What happened at the crime scene at 1 in the morning, Mr. Delight? Come now, tell us, we're all ears. When I entered the office, there was a suspicious shadow there. They keep showing. Suddenly I was hit on the forehead. After that, I remember being a bit dazed. If I hadn't been wearing that, I would have been killed. When I came to, Mr. Bullard was lying there, dead. And then he put the body in the safe for some reason. Grammar optional. I have strong writing while lying down. I see. Suddenly hit on the forehead, huh? I believe the detective from yesterday provided similar testimony. He said that Mask struck him on the head from behind. Of course, since Amy turned out to be the culprit himself, that was all a lie. No one's going to believe a pathetic lie like that. What are you saying? I really was attacked. We'll find out if what you say are true is not during cross-examination. Got that, Mr. Trite? Don't go easy just because he's your client. I mean, I literally didn't. If I see any signs that you are, I'll treat you to another cup of my special blend. Facial burns. Because that's not attacking someone. You don't need to worry about that, Mr. Godot. I have faith in Ron. I know he didn't do it. Into the office, there's a suspicious shadow there. Ooh. There were 1,000 of me, and if even one knew, I'd tell you, trust me. Dodging all our questions is not helping. I mean, how was he? Was he already dead? Was he still alive? Maybe he was the one who hit you in the first place. That's a good question. What do you think, Mr. Wright? Forget it. Suddenly I was hit on the forehead. After that, I remember being a bit dazed. Special blend of assault. Your forehead? Yeah, I was hit on the forehead as soon as I entered the room. That's impressive to knock you out. The forehead is real hard. It was an amazingly fast and powerful attack. Remember anything about who hit you? Like I said, it was fast and powerful. It stays for a while. I don't think Mr. Delight even... Is he just too dumb to understand? Yeah, I'd like to show him a fast and powerful attack myself. Maybe that would knock some sense back into him. If I hadn't been wearing that, I would have been killed. Oopsies. That? Could you please clarify to what you're referring to? My Master Mask costume, of course. Wait just a moment. Master Mask? Huh? Oh, did I forget to mention it before? Just to be on the safe side, I dressed as Master Mask. And then I descended upon the office of the CEO of Kiwi Security. What? Did you know about this? He never told me this. I don't recall him ever mentioning it to me either. Even I didn't know that. It seems your little friend really loves to keep secrets. Godot is not the most annoying though. Honestly, out of everyone, he's pretty much like trying to be sassy, but like he's just reacting pretty real too. I just never had a chance to mention it until now. That's not right. You know how sometimes things slip your mind? My 6th cup of coffee is staring up at me coldly. Already on 6 cups of coffee? You're not supposed to drink more than like 2. You can't ignore this new piece of information. Witness, please correct your testimony. I'd have been killed if I hadn't been wearing my Master Mask costume. Why are you dressed up as Master Mask? Why, because I'm Master Mask. What are you talking about? Master Mask's trial is being held next door. Ah, yes, I guess so. Anyway, at that time, I thought I was being blackmailed over the Master Mask issue. So I thought I should go as him just to be safe. Oh boy. Let me tell you, it's a real pain to move around with that cape. That's why it took a lot longer than I expected. It took a lot longer? What is he talking about? Press harder. You're supposed to be there at 1. What do you mean by took a lot longer? Oh, opening the safe, of course. My cape got caught up on the safe door, you see. This all happened while I was hiding Mr. Bullard's body. What? Back up a second. Yes? You were the one that hid the body? I know, it's so dumb. Well, yeah. Inconceivable! Why? Just why? What reason could you have? What were you thinking? I mean, I agree. Question. When does someone toss their dirty shorts in the washing machine? What? The answer is simple. When they're dirty? When they take them off? What? I have no idea. Do you mean that Mr. Delight hit the body because he's the murderer? Ha! So you're not as stupid as you look. I understand. I understand what you're trying to lead to. That metaphor did not get there. That's right, you don't mean that you knew about this whole safe business, do you? Oh, well, yeah. Why am I the only one not in the loop here? We're getting there, Judge. Make sure you add this to the testimony. Looks like a storm is moving in over the fair weather, Judge. I panicked to hit the body in the safe. Took 10 minutes. It's so fucking dumb. It's so dumb. When you came to, I was passed out in the corner of the room. Do you know when your assailant made their escape and to where? I'm afraid I don't really remember. Once they hit me, I lost all track of what was going on. Don't worry, next metaphor 1 probably won't be better. It won't. It won't. I think that's when they made their escape. Convenient story for you, isn't it? Sounds almost practiced? I don't know why you're telling me. It's dumb as hell. How is it practiced when it's this idiotic? Did I press this one already? Why did you hide the body in the safe anyway? Because it wouldn't fit in a drawer. That's not exactly what I meant. When I saw the corpse, I kind of lost it. I thought, if they find his corpse, they'll think I did it. I think you had a simpler reason than that. It's because you killed him. That's why you spent 10 minutes hiding the body. It certainly makes more sense. Hold on. 10 minutes. What is it, Nick? I just had a thought. Under those circumstances, would you normally try to hide the body and spend 10 whole minutes to do it? Under those circumstances? What circumstances? Oh. Hey, Nick, if you think his behavior was so strange, why don't you present some evidence that would show just what those circumstances were? That's it. I'll take a look at the court record and present some evidence. We heard this from Mr. Delight yesterday, didn't we? Not much in this testimony either. We're hiding something. About 10 minutes. So something in here. I guess it's the alarm. Yeah, these aren't related. It has to be this one. Oh no. I think my mouse is too fast. Yeah, my mouse is too fast. Okay. That's sweet. No, not this one. This one. Only one. That makes sense. Your Honor, could you take a look at this record? What might this be? The record for the emergency buzzer that connects the CEO's office to security. What was that with a buzzer? The buzzer is supposed to be from the office to security. If the button in the office is pressed, a security team is supposed to come running. And according to this record, the buzzer was pushed once at 1:02 a.m. What? Mr. Ron Delight truly was the murderer. He would have ran as soon as that buzzer sounded. After all, a security guard would have been heading his way. Objection! It's getting worse with my writing. Let's remember who we're dealing with here. He probably had no idea there was security personnel in the building. He was literally in the security. Up until 1 year ago, my client was working as a chief of security. There's no way he wouldn't have known about them. Objection! But, as it turns out, the guard never came. That was nothing more than a coincidence. The fact that the guard was a pathetic loser, who had just gotten punched in the face by his ex's new boyfriend, and it wasn't anywhere in the vicinity, was not something Mr. Delight could have known. I like how he's like, my school friend was an idiot! Again, remember who we're dealing with here. It's a sure bet that Mr. Delight didn't even notice the buzzer going off. This buzzer is extremely loud. There's no way he could have ignored something like that. If he had been conscious, that is. Conscious? What do you mean by that? Ugh. Fine. Let's hear your theory. Recall the defendant's testimony. The moment he entered the victim's office, someone attacked him. Mr. Delight said he felt dazed. So I guess he was not attacking him. I'm willing to wager that he was knocked unconscious for at least a few minutes. Unconscious? So he fainted? That's why Mr. Delight didn't know the buzzer had sounded. And that's why he thought he had time to hide the body. So what are you trying to say? Mr. Delight was knocked out and the buzzer went off soon afterwards. Now, unless my client was able to hit the buzzer while he was unconscious, it can only mean that there was another person in the room. That's right, whoever it was, they knocked out Ron Delight and then pressed the buzzer. Order in the court, Mr. Wright. This is preposterous. It was this killer. Ron Delight is the one who killed Kane Fuller. And who pressed the buzzer? It was the victim, of course. He pressed the buzzer when the defendant attacked him. He didn't die right away. He must have held on long enough to push that button. But then why would he stay? So Kane Bullard sounded the buzzer himself? What is your opinion on this, Mr. Wright? Proves that the real criminal was there at the scene, but how? I prove it wasn't Kane Bullard. There's no fingerprints. I can prove it. Defense can use this, Your Honor. This piece of evidence proves that it wasn't the victim who sounded the buzzer. There are no fingerprints on it. Take that! I believe this is the piece of incontrovertible evidence you were looking for. The buzzer? Is there some kind of clue on it? Absolutely not. Come on now, at least give some thought to what you say before opening your mouth. The fact that there are absolutely no clues is itself the clue. Now I'm the one who's clueless. The button has no fingerprints on it. Mr. Bullard had really pressed it himself. Naturally, he would have left his fingerprints behind. This coffee is bitter! Gone to light. Obviously wipe them off. Why would he? A guard could have come in at any moment. He touched that button. I know he did. The defendant, Mr. Delight, was dressed as Masked Mask. And Masked Mask always wears gloves. What reason could he possibly have had to wipe the button free of fingerprints? Order, order, order. It would seem... This coffee's too bitter? I've been forced to eat crow? What? I wonder what blend number crow flavored coffee is. If the real killer was at the crime scene, why would that person press the emergency buzzer? Shouldn't they have run away without putting themselves in extra danger? Haha. After this awkward silence. You're fresh out of parlor tricks. They're on to you, Nick. Just give me a minute to collect my thoughts. The real culprit killed Mr. Bullard at around 1 a.m. And Mr. Delight just happened to waltz in when the murder was taking place, right? The killer clobbered Mr. Delight and then sounded the buzzer. Even though security was supposed to respond right away if the buzzer was pressed. Security was supposed to respond. Time's up, Mr. Wright. Let's hear what you have to say. Very well, then. Why did the real killer sound that emergency buzzer? To call the security guard. The killer knew that if they pressed the button, a guard would come running. And that was exactly what they wanted. The killer called the guard on purpose? Yes. Although as it turned up, he never showed up. Because he was getting his clock cleaned at the time. What a touching story. Saying the killer had a change of heart and called the guard to turn himself in? No, I'm not. When that buzzer sounded, there were 3 people in that office. The victim, Kane Bullard, who was already dead. The defendant, Ron Delight, who was out cold. And the third person, the real killer. Hypothetically, yes. Now then. In this situation, if the real killer made an escape, what would happen? The only ones left in the room would be the victim and Ron Delight. And if any security guards came running in at the time, they would think I was the murderer. Yes, that was precisely the real killer's objective. To frame Ron Delight for the murder. It would seem... Coffee bitter now? I've been made to eat my words once again. You've been made to do a spit take with the cup of coffee. Mr. Wright, who was it? Who was it that tried to frame me? Wait a second. I'm the one and only Masked Mask, so... Nick, you mean the real killer is... We're going to drag that person in here right now! Who is it? I don't have any solid proof yet, but think about it. The killer knew Mr. Delight's identity, and they also knew that he had been called to KB's security that night. The killer used him to execute a well-crafted plan to murder Kane Bullard. Was that frame Mr. Ron Delight for murder? I mean, it literally has to be him. I keep using his shadow, too. Take that! Detective Luke at me. He's the only one who could have done it. Luke at me? Mask to Mask did it? Your Honor, the person being tried in the court next to us is not Mask to Mask at all. He is, in actuality, the true murderer of Cain Blood. Mr. Wright, explain yourself. Theft and murder, which is the more serious crime? Murder is more serious, of course. It's a capital crime subject to capital punishment. When Luke Atme confessed, there was a huge commotion in the courtroom. Instead of being convicted of murder, he was found guilty of grand larceny. That was his true objective all along. Being found guilty? Mask to Mask had the perfect alibi for when the murder took place. He was stealing the urn at Lordly Taylor. In other words, being found guilty as Mask to Mask was Luke Atme's airtight, watertight, and unassailable alibi. A guilty verdict as an alibi? So was it just that he messed with the timers of the cameras or whatever? Because it's his system, right? He can mess with the clock, I guess. It's almost time for what? For Luke Atme's verdict. It was a pretty simple trial after all. If we're going to stop this trial and stall that one, we need to do it now. That's assuming you have proof that the detective was the one who committed the murder. Attracted the intention of the entire country. If we were to intrude and fail to provide adequate proof of this true crime, Mr. Delight would be left with no grounds for appeal. I don't understand how law works here. Am I really sure about this? I believe in you. Save scum. I have no idea what I'm about to present. Mr. Delight. So, please, I'm begging you. Thanks, but my decision will determine the rest of your life. Can I really risk your life like this? Phoenix. Is Mia back? Is it the boobs? What was that? Don't stray, Phoenix. For your client, take the path of trust. Time for random bullshit once again. That voice, it sounds like... Mia! Hello, Dark Promethean. Your Honor, the defense requests an immediate recess. That's your answer, huh? Very well, I've decided as well. This court will now take a 20-minute recess. Mr. Wright, when we return, please summon Mr. Luke Atme to the stand. Does it mean you have to bust into the other court and be like, hey... There's just like an identical bald old man judge. Pain. Hehehehe. What else does Sir Detective Atme? Hey. I have to say, Mr. Payne, you performed splendidly. No, Sir Detective Atme, you were the one who... Oh my god! I hate it. I hate it. Okay, let's leave this judge forever. This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial. This court finds the defendant Luke Atme. Hold it! Hold it! Wait, don't hand down your verdict yet. Sir Lawyer, welcome to my courtroom. Who's this hoser, eh? Oh my god. My name is Phoenix Wright, attorney at law, and I wish to file an accusation against this man, Luke Atme. Accusation? You accuse Mask to Mask? That man is not Mask to Mask. He's just a ruthless murderer. What? His eyes are way too big. Way too big. I have no idea what proof I'm showing. My sis? I could have sworn I heard Mia's voice. So then she's still alive, inside your heart. Nicky boy! Oh, Mr. Light. Is it true that detective is the real killer? To be honest, we don't have any definite proof. But he's the only one who could have done it. But wasn't he at Lordly Taylor that night? Not to mention, we don't exactly know his motive. I mean, why would Detective Atme want to kill Kane Bullard? Oops, it's almost time. Better get back to the courtroom. I need to find some solid proof. And it's gotta happen sooner rather than later. Pulling it out of nowhere. Alright, back in session. Mr. Look at Me, please take the stand. Well, well, how do you do, Sir Lawyer? I never would have thought to see you again acting so recklessly. I couldn't let them hand down your verdict just yet, not when it would have given you your perfect alibi. An alibi by the name of Mask to Mask. I'm sorry, I'm afraid even the great Luke Abney has no idea what you mean. Of course I've been in the next courtroom ever since 10 o'clock this morning. I'm afraid there's no way I can know what's been going on in here. You've been in the defendant's seat all day long, correct? Being tried as Mask to Mask. Indeed, it's truly child's play to fool the ignorant masses. Not only did the poor folks ask me to protect their valuables, they even gave me a generous reward upon returning their own property with them. Take this red diamond ring that sparkles upon my divine finger, for example. Question. That knowledge lacks even the knowledge that he should be ashamed of himself. I will not hold it against you. He can't be Mask to Mask, his nose would never fit under that mask. I have already had that thought for sure. For all ears. As you wish, Sir Prosecutor. I was stealing the urn as Mask to Mask just as I announced I would. I had more than enough time to prepare, it was just a pathetically easy job. The photograph contains no words, but in this case, one turned out to be my witness. The time at which the camera captured Mask to Mask was the same time as the murder. Out of the crime scene. Must be a secret. So I think the idea is this was right to the basement warehouse. Basement warehouse the day of the crime, moved again that night. It has to be that. Not being two places at once.
Hold it!
Let's do a cross-examination. The only thing that's full of it is his alibi.
Hold it!
It's proof. And the photo is certainly wearing a mask. No way to tell who this really is.
Objection!
Lone Wolf Luke had an accomplice. Executing the murder. The Mask to Mask in the picture has to be fake. I have no idea what it is. Let's go back. It's the first one.
Hold it!
Adrian Andrews hired you at one point? I don't know who would be the accomplice though. 20 days ago, if I'm not mistaken. The heist. Evil is what I am. Detective Atme is always proud of his ace detective skills, right? The urn was stolen from Lordly Taylor while he was alone watching it. He'd have no way to maintain his perfect ace persona. Evidence. Looks like committed the crime. Almost as if you had that picture taken.
Objection!
He simply caught by the very camera he set up. I love days like that. Ironic thing.
Hold it!
You think I altered the timestamp on the photograph, don't you? Impossible. The camera was set up by Lordly Taylor, and on top of that, it was Lordly Taylor's staff that printed that picture's data. No way that picture could have been altered. The master mask in the photos are fake, and the photo itself is. Who would help him though? So pretty sure it's this. I don't think anything that we've been anyone that we've been presented at with match.
Objection!
This might be taking too many steps. Ah! It's too many steps.
Hold it!
security during some of the murder. Mask to mask has to be a fake. That's insane, right? I'll try it. Worst thing I have to do is reset.
Take that!
The aura. Okay, I'm trying to think. They try to say it couldn't be because Lord Lee Taylor had the camera and it was set up by them, so it couldn't be tampered with. I don't know.
Hold it!
Did I just not choose the right accomplice? Who could it be? I'll try Desi.
Hold it!
Objection!
Desi doesn't make sense though. Get a real big stab in the dark. Doesn't seem that upset knowing that her husband is a thief. Technically. And she said she knew he didn't do it.
Take that!
Okay, it was not it. Hmm. Ooh.
Hold it! Hold it!
Okay, so this is the how they work. Okay. Something in this photo doesn't match my memory of that night. Okay, I finally figured out how to get there. I just had to keep going through it. Yeah.
Take that!
That funny part is right here. Why, this is a blood stain! Blood! Now this case is getting interested. No. It's actually paint. Blood to peaches. Paint. The problem is when you consider the layout of the basement warehouse, something that should be there is nowhere to be seen. What is supposed to be in that picture? Ami.
Take that!
Okay, we got there. I just didn't go through it correctly. Supervisor stated the following. Good reason for that. On the day of the crime around noon, that golden statue just happened to arrive from the mountain training hall. The statue would be the perfect size for covering up the steam. I was there. Saw a statue in that spot. There's a statue in there. What's in there? When I went there the day after the fact, the old bag was sitting in the corner. Just there accidentally. Slightly larger than yourself and quite heavy. It would take more than an accidental push to it at a distance. You prove it? Rhyme and reasons to why the statue was moved that night. Why did they move it? I lost a point for whatever, but it's fine. Who was the one that moved the golden statue on the night of the threat? Mask to mask?
Take that!
I didn't get penalized for it. Do this.
Take that!
Would it be him?
Take that!
Look at me. This is the only one in the basement warehouse that night. Other one with the statue. I know the reason. I didn't know he was still there. But the whole point is that he pretended to be Mask to Mask to create an alibi. For Lily Taylor. Fatal flaw. If the statue had been there, your lie would have been exposed like... Your lie would be exposed like cheap film at a drugstore. Here. What? Why would the statue... There's no paint on the box. I realized that. But why would you not want it hidden? Okay, it's either the box or the paint to the neck.
Take that!
The lie is Mask to Mask. Mask to Mask. Okay, it was Mask to Mask, not the box. No! Must be this.
Take that!
Oh my god. Sorry, what? Sorry, what?
Take that!
Thought you had been there. Don't even know. Time? No, because the statue being there would have made it more realistic. But, okay. You see the time.
Take that!
Naturally, the lie in the photo is the timestamp. That's exactly what I mean. On the night in question, Luke at me went to KB Security and came to look. Therefore, it's obvious it would have been impossible for him to be at Lord Taylor at this time. That have to the statue be moved. Remember, if you will, Your Honor, when was the statue placed beside the house door? The day of the crime. It was placed there to cover up the paint. Exactly. Luke at me had already decided on the time when he was going to kill the victim. An alibi, he took this picture days before the murder took place. Of course, the statue hadn't been brought down to the basement warehouse yet. So on the day of the crime, Mr. Ami must have been quite nervous. As nervous as a long-tailed cat in a rocking chair factory, so to speak. Oh my god. Because something like that wasn't supposed to be there. It had been brought down and placed where it wasn't supposed to be. And that is why Luke May had to move the statue in order for the name of the murder. He did it to make the room match the way it looked in the photo. It's true. I've forgotten this. The data for the basement warehouse computer. The camera didn't go off the night of the crime. But by the staff. The program used to manage it. That was the thing. The program was. I know he did it. I knew he had access to the data. He tampered with the data. We have the neck thing. Put the coffee down. My 11th cup. How long has it been? Like a whole hour? No more than 17 during the trial. He should really just be like, so I'm good till the last drop. A good point, so what? All but travel is on a road of infinite points. Out of time, such as the one to make a match. However, one point can't be denied. Possibility. Men are trapped by the chains of maybe. They never reach their dreams. There's no funny business in your actions as mask to mask. There should be no problem with you telling us your strategy, so let's hear it. That's 2 days ago. Earn myself until the day of the crime. I love how they show this picture. I handled the security by myself. There was no security there. You were by yourself. I held the urn in my hands for the first time at 1 a.m. on October 12th. The box still doesn't have paint on it, I will say. King reputation. This box? Was it taken with the urn? Wouldn't let anyone enter this room, not even me. You're sure that you've never seen the urn before? This one. That's what I need. This one is a fake, so I think might have stolen the urn. Whenever this was taken. The thing is, the paint is already there. But the box is clean. Saying that he never saw the urn until at night. If we can prove that he's lying there, we can wrap this up in a bow. photo before the action at a time. Never seen that one before I stole it. Does look like absolute garbage though. Thank God it got fixed. Never seen that one before I stole it. I think it's already on the floor though. I feel like this is gonna get there eventually, but... Yep, did not work. I'm just lying. It's in the box and Safari it and sent to the warehouse. It was always in the box though. How do I prove this? It can't be this, because it shows the gate marks, but it should still be there. Press again.
Hold it! Hold it!
What evidence? I don't understand. Like, I've been able to figure out most of them halfway. This one, I have no idea. I have no idea. Is it the paint? Is the box? Is the box of the paint? The urn? Broken and prepared by Adrian 2 weeks ago, then replaced in its box, kept out of sight. But the paint is on the floor. That means she already dropped it. She already fixed it. I have no idea.
Objection! Objection!
This is somehow faster than playing myself like that.
Objection!
I'm defeated. I don't want to just, like, cheat, but I have no clue.
Objection!
Oh my goodness. Dusk09K, thank you for the follow. I'm like smashing my head against a wall. I have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing right now. Contradicts the something. No, damn it. We're safe scumming just because it's slightly faster, just to keep reloading it. Oh, apparently right clicking takes it back. First time, 1 a.m. on October 12th. 1 a.m. on October 12th. 1 a.m. on October 12th. I have to prove he held it before that. Don't worry, that's understandable. I never played these. Deduction games equals pain. I've managed to like pull it together for most of it. For this third game at least. I've had these kind of stunt moments in the first two. But like this is just wrecking me. This one. It's this. Take good care of the speckled urn, won't you? It wasn't speckled before it arrived there.
Objection!
Mr. Atme, if you really are mask to mask, you also work this calling card, correct? But of course. Is there a problem with that calling card? Allow me to read a passage from the calling card. Take good care of the speckled urn. Now the speckled here surely refers to this pink pattern on the sacred urn. It is so clearly not a pattern. This urn is like... that is true, but so what? To be told, there's no way Master Mask could have known about this pattern. They are paint stains. And they did not appear until after the urn had been taken to Lord Lieutenant. I'm not finding this joke to be very funny, Mr. Wright. Into the warehouse. The urn was broken due to human error, or should I say, an error-prone human. I thought it was grammatically wrong, and I was gonna make fun of it. It was right. That's when the pink paint got on the urn. But the calling card clearly mentions the paint pattern, which means Detective Atme had seen this urn long before the crime ever took place. In fact, he saw it when this fake photo was taken. And because this photo is a fake, the alibi for the night of the murder is no longer holds water. Gagwag. What? Gagwag. You know, natural noises. Do you have anything to say for yourself? That did it. He's broken. I think it's still a little early for victory pose. No one has any conviction these days. Conviction, you say? We all decided unanimously this man was Master Mask, and now we're calling him a murderer. You don't think we're being a tad fickle? This is the court system. Fickle or not, that's not the point. I'll call for that too, Your Honor. Look at me was the one who killed King Bullard. Let me ask you this, why would he do that? Excellent point. Motive, Mr. Wright. Motive. Might my merry murderous motive manifest? Getting the second wind. If you prepared an alibi and pinned his crime on Ron DeLight, as you say, you must have had a very strong motive for murder. The only one for motive is Ron DeLight. Is that right, Detective? Boy's motive is clear. It's impossible to prove guilt in a murder case. Friend's motives. I'd be honored. Ron looks suspicious. Hello, Trey. Okay, I look at me. I have no points of contact with the victim whatsoever. And Bullard decided to investigate Mask to Mask and took who he was. What? If the Mr. Bullard who wrote the blackmail letter and sent it to Ron Delight. It was again Mr. Bullard who harbored a grudge against Mr. Delight for his betrayal. Bullard's mistake is quite excusable. The defendant truly believes he's Master Mask. Saw it fit to kill King Bullard, truly a tragedy. Handwriting test confirms that Mr. Bullard was indeed the one who wrote the letter. Written by Bullard. No points of contact with the victim whatsoever. Who in the world is going to prove that? I will. Surviving King Bullard, we were unable to find any links between them. It's all in the report. The work? Oh, security? Nope. That was blunt. Light. He wants to protect Mr. Light, right? From Delight. Why would the victim mistake the defendant as the Master Mask? Take a look at this newspaper. This is the one I think I have. Yeah. That's the famous Tear of Ammanon of the Jewel. It shows an ugly guard, namely the defendant. Sort of this article in Safari got the wrong impression. That this ugly security guard was in fact Master Mask. Back my letters into Ron Delight. 50,000. Shout out the victims. No mistake, we have official report to prove it. I don't see an address C on this letter anywhere. Discovered in Ron Delight's apartment. Show up at the designated place and time. I wonder, what if the blackmail letter wasn't meant for Ron Delight? For some reason, I just can't shake the feeling. There's something not quite right about this blackmail letter. Sounds right. What do you mean by that? Security info and all sorts of companies. I was security team chief. I stole data from the company. Yet to forgive us, Mr. Delight. The letters and the thief. There's a file. This I have this too. Mr. Bullard was receiving money through blackmail. Isn't this a bit odd? Why did the defendant pay Mr. Bullard the money even though he wasn't actually Master Mask? He's Master Mask. Where's gonna hold up? What do you mean? Memo from Ron Delight's wife, Desiree Delight. Ronnie thinks he's Master Mask. Don't you feel sorry for him? Please don't think too badly of him. Oh, Mr. Wright? Talking. Long story saved for another time. This is the time for it. So-called long stories aren't usually that long. Detective Ab meeting Mr. Bullard, right? Let's talk about the blackmail. Is that blackmail letter really intended for Ron? More testimony. Already pressed him for everything. Does everything again. Hello, Trey.
Hold it!
It says I don't have enough information though.
Hold it!
Why not? Why up at 1 a.m.? It is 1:22 a.m. This is normally when I stream though. Although I will admit I am a little sleepy today. Nothing new's coming up.
Hold it! Hold it!
Since we don't have enough information, you should press him for more testimony. I already pressed him. I pressed him. I pressed him twice. I pressed him twice just to be sure. Don't. I'll take the red diamond you received the other day instead. He has the red diamond on his finger, doesn't he? Tear of Men is blue.
Objection!
And if I ask you a few questions, Detective Atme? Just a few, I guess it's alright. When you said that this letter was addressed to Ron Delight, I couldn't help but notice one major contradiction. I hate the time zones. I don't know where a walking contradiction like you gets off saying things like that. At times like these, men are made to express themselves with their fists. Why don't you show us what you've got there, Junior? What? Time to man up? Are you asking me to fight? In the content of the blackmail letter? What shows his goddamn ring? This has the gem in it. Take a good look at this newspaper clipping. Contains a picture of the tear of a man and the stolen jewel. The problem is the jewel's color. According to the clipping, the color of the stolen jewel is blue. However, in the blackmail letter, a total different jewel is mentioned. I'll take that red diamond you received the other day. Which means the red diamond described in the blackmail letter is not the tear of Emanon that Mastermind stole.
Objection!
And your point is, Mr. Trite? Intended for someone else? Is that what you're trying to say? Is that what you're trying to say, right, Mr. Wright? Well, is that what you're trying to say, right, Nick? Yes. This is who Kane Bullard was actually blackmailing.
Take that!
He has the ring on his goddamn hand. Naturally, it was you, Detective Atme. Do you have some sort of basis for that claim? You've been personally involved in every mask-to-mask case, and in the last case, you recovered what was stolen and received a jewel as your reward. A jewel? I forgot about that. The one wrapped conspicuously around your finger. That red diamond ring. That is the diamond referred to in the letter, which means the King Bullard wrote that letter in order to blackmail you.
Objection!
It seems you've gone too far with your own childish pranks, Mr. Trent. King Bullard blackmailing Luke Atme? Are you for real? Yes, I am. Come on, stand up to him. And answer me this. The blackmail letter contains the following passage. You don't want your identity revealed to the world. Yes, it certainly does. King Bullard threatened to make Luke Atme's identity public knowledge. An identity he wanted to keep a secret, so just what was that identity? Atme killed King Bullard because he was afraid of his secret becoming known. What was the identity he wanted to keep secret? Identity that Luke Atme wanted to so desperately keep secret was his identity as not a mask, a blackmailer, right? Luke Atme is a blackmailer.
Objection!
Hey now, isn't that a little different from what we've been saying? The King Bullard was the one blackmailing Luke Atme. What, Trey? What is it? Are you saying that Atme was blackmailing someone else on top of that? It does sound a little odd. It's not odd. It's the only thing that makes any sense. Kane Bullard was blackmailing Luke Atme. But Rhonda Light was also being blackmailed by a certain someone. So did you start receiving blackmail letters after this incident? Yes, just a few days after the Tears of the Mansion heist. After that, I started getting the plans in the mail. I received plans from some very kind person. Incredibly detailed plans. In which case, that would mean that Rhonda Light was actually mask to mask. That is what we are claiming. Someone else came up with the plans and had Mr. Light steal his targets for him. And that someone was none other than Luke Atme. All becoming clear. When you were in grade school, you received the very same report card every year. Careless, with the tendency to jump to conclusions. Am I wrong? How did you? You say that I, Luke Atme, was blackmailing Rhonda Light, in which case I would naturally know all about his relation to Mask and Mask. But yes, Rhonda Light started receiving plans from his second crime onward, correct? Which means I learned of his identity when he committed that first crime. Good point. You certainly couldn't have blackmailed me otherwise. In that case, let's see some hot, bitter evidence. During the first crime, how did Luke Atme know that Rhonda Light was Mask and Mask? Should be this, right? Because they're the only one there. Third installment? Oh, you're still not done with this game? Nope, third installment. It is the last one I own, though. I think I see it. See what? When you were in grade school, you received the same report card every year. Gets into lots of mischief trying to be the center of attention. What do you mean? This newspaper clipping. It has a picture of you and Rhonda Light in his guard uniform. It seems that Master Mask didn't just disappear into thin air. He just took off his outfit and hid it in a bucket. Sounds far too stupid to be true. Correct. With tricks like that, he couldn't fool a baby, let alone an ace detective. That's when you figured it out, Mr. Atme. That's when you learned that under his mask, Rhonda Light was masked with evidence. Oh, that looks like he wasn't even an ace detective! I can't believe it. He's just a slimy blackmailer. What a fraud! Trying to pass himself off as an ace detective. Hey. Why you? How dare you expose me like that? Why I oughta? I've never blackmailed anyone in my life. I'm a famous and proud ace detective and also Mask to Mask. Why can't you understand that? I'm afraid you are neither a proud thief nor an ace detective. You're a blackmailer and a murderer. That is your true identity. Why you? How dare you imply I've come lowly depth something yourselves with those big mouths of yours, you feel fools. I say none of you can compare to my genius. You really are jealous. So good, discriminating, what? Ace detective cannot handle blackmail murder. It's enough to make one laugh. It's when we finally arrived at the real answer. That was quite a performance by Mr. Atme. Bailiff, please prepare yourself for Mr. Atme. It's not over. It's never that simple. The hammer that strikes too fast has no time to aim. What do you mean? I'm already prepared to deliver my ruling. Hey, pretty good. Want me to say one thing? I will be the one to judge. That is not how your job works. You don't get much more in your face than that. It appears that your claws weren't quite sharp enough, Mr. Trite. It's true that you've proven a lot of things. Things like Luke Atme was a filthy blackmailer, and that he wasn't at Lordly Taylor the night of the murder. That's right. That's why he's the one who killed the bull. But there's still one thing you haven't yet to prove. Just because he wasn't at the warehouse doesn't mean he was at the murder scene. Therefore, if you can't prove that this pitiful excuse for a man was at KV security, then I don't see how a verdict can be delivered. No way! Well, Mr. Wright, the final round. Save in advance. Office. Can you really prove that? Why not look at me? Was that KV security and the defense? It's gonna be I feel like it's a can't prove it. I can't prove it. Can you teach me some Korean language? I can try, but I'm still bad. Wow, some teacher. I mean, what do you want to learn? What if I teach you wrong, though? I don't think I can prove it, honestly. It's evidence! Let's see this proof. Proof to look at me was at KV security that night. I immediately can't. Gongsa? What do you mean? That's a greeting? I've not heard that. That troll face does not make me trust you either. Alright, we're gonna load here. We're gonna load and just say no. 'Cause I'm pretty sure I can't prove it. I can't prove it. thummy? You're just using English, saying English. I can't prove it. But if we hear more Detective Atlas testimony, as far as you go, Mr. Trite. No more testimony. It's here after we interrupt his own trial. Yes, maybe. No. Failed to prove that he committed murder. His own trial faces guilt verdict as master match. Love wins out in the end after all. In the court, that's enough deliberation of results. Is it too late? Oh, I think I'm in love with a Korean girl. Double jeopardy, one of the basic rules. You can't get charged for the same crime twice. What? Should a defendant be tried and found innocent in court, that defendant cannot be tried again for the same crime. Okay. Is anyone else? Mr. Abbey will be found guilty in about 2 minutes. Guilty as master master, which means innocent as far as the murder of him. That's not the same crime! No, it's not you. I'm not Korean, so I don't think it's me. The fact that you were unable to prove Mr. Abbey's guilty crime here means that you will never be again tried. That's not... Theft and murder are not the same crime! Just because they're related cases. Wow. What? You said a Korean girl. Free. He's not gonna go free. He's still gonna, you know, get in trouble for grand larceny or whatever, right? I did not lie to you. I never said I was Korean. You have cross-examined every statement the witness has made here today. Trey, I live in Korea, and I'm Chinese. And I'm learning Korean. As long as there's no more testimony, I'm afraid that there'll be... Hey. Corporate needs you to find the difference between these two crimes, theft and murder. No further questions. Witness. Come on, I'm waiting for the BS.
Objection!
You do not look one bit Chinese. Wait, so how do I look more Korean than Chinese? Because you apparently believe the Korean. I think I see it, Your Honor. When you were a child, this is what was on your report card every year. Has poor hearing and often makes mistakes as a result. How did you... Is this that girl? Phoenix, raise your head up high. Have you forgotten what I used to tell you? A lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets. Is it Mia? It's Mia again! Mia? It's the true power of the crane channeling technique. I know that it's really Maya who's standing before me right now. They took a while to bring out Mia. To be fair, I can't tell that you are Chinese, though I can definitely tell you're Asian American. I'm Chinese myself. I mean, it's not a guessing game thing. My dad is very white, and my mom is very Chinese. So I'm just vague. I have a vague-ish face. Although, actually, I look very similar to my mom. I'm like my mom, but with a big nose. She's not from American. I am from American. That's how I have this wonderful accent. I have Midwestern. English of English. I mean, yeah, I do not do my makeup Chinese either, for sure. There's a photo I have somewhere of me with Chinese makeup, and it's weird. My friend saw me and she's like, that's not your face. Although I had to keep my eye, like, my eyes are still bigger. And I had to keep my eyes like half closed in the makeup because the makeup makes your eyes look so big that if I had them open normally like this, they look like I was like staring at everyone, like a psychopath. So I had to just like walk around the whole time with my eyes half closed. Trey, when did I say these things? When? I swear I don't try to mislead. No, I'm an American, but I live in Korea. I'm half Chinese. Learning Korean. Which part of Korean? So I live in Seoul, like city area. Now she's my mentor, Mia Fey. Let's do this. But there's nothing more we can do, Mia. Not any more testimony. I can't cross-examine. Testimony's not over yet. What do you mean? Your Honor, just now you said something very interesting. You have cross-examined every statement the witness has made here today. Unfortunately, Your Honor, you're forgetting something. After the last cross-examination, this witness made a number of remarks. Love wins out in the end after all. The capital, that's pretty cool. Why did you move out of curiosity? So I mean, like multitude of reasons. When I was in university, I studied in Hong Kong. And going abroad there really made me more open to like going outside of the country. In the US itself, I guess it's like we already said, right? I'm clearly something. In the US, I'm clearly something, but like not clearly Chinese or anything. And so in the US, my entire life was just being like this vague, like not like America likes grouping people, and I don't fall into groups. So you just end up being like a person with no friends, or like the weird outsider. So like in my, like not white, but like even like the more American, even more mixed group, I am the Chinese one. But then if with my group of Chinese friends, I am the white one, which means I'm always the other one. And so it's like this, like it's like a weird thing where you just never really feel like you fit in. Not to say that my friends aren't great or anything, or that they aren't very accepting and stuff like that. But also like America, especially where I lived, was very like, you gotta be, it's hard to explain. As a halfie, you're mostly pressured to choose one, right? And according to my face, I'm supposed to choose more. I'm not Chinese enough to choose the Chinese side. So I have to choose the white side, which means I need to act like a white girl, which is not who I am because I'm both things. So then I'm just weird. Korean girl asked me if I want to take extra cookie. That's a song, actually, that came out recently, made by like very young girls. I looked in Urban Dictionary and see what she meant. You said you're Korean like on the second stream I met you? I definitely did not say I was Korean. Maybe the way I said it was just confusing. Like identity crisis, culture identity crisis, yeah. You end up like me, depressed, no friends, be called weird and strange, alone called. I totally get you, it can be quite polarizing, not fitting in, doing diverse culture and language barriers. But you get white privilege. You would say that, but I lived with my mom who was very Chinese, and our neighbors were constantly racist towards us. And also, the white side of my family is from Kansas. So in that side of the family, I have the darkest hair. And I think the darkest eyes. I was talking to my friend Akuma, because I was asking him about like the whole thing of like, what's the you're rubber and I'm rubber and you're glue thing? Because he had to explain it to me. I talked to a friend about it later, and she's like, oh yeah, I heard that all the time too. I had never heard about it. The only like school thing I heard about, like kids did, saying wise, was the like where they like come to you, pull their eyes, and go Chinese, Japanese, and like Wackanese. And I thought that was just like cool and trendy when I was growing up. And then I was like talking to other people, and they're like, yeah, they didn't do that much. I was like, well, they did it to me all the time. Was I experiencing a racist? Were they doing a racism? And I just never realized? Yes, we know you have dark hair. One time I was on a school bus, and one guy just shouts, hey, girl with the hair. And the whole bus looked at me. And he was talking to me. That is funny. It's like things that like, as an adult child, as an adult, you're like, wait a second. Was everyone just being racist? Yeah, no, like, in the Innocent Chinese Girl in America. No, I, like, the house that my mom lives in now even is in a super old white people neighborhood. And the neighbor across the street has, like, tried calling the police on me or threatening me with the police repeatedly. The loser I am. Just making up shit that she thinks I'm doing. As if I'm not just sitting inside on a computer all day doing fuck all. Was that in the Midwest? No, I'm in Chicago. And there's Asians in Chicago, but they're usually around like other and kind of richer Asians. Like the area I live in, or my mom lives in, is mostly white people, but like it's like townhouses, so there's not as many. Like usually the more Asians in our area live in bigger houses actually. Because it's a pretty well-off neighborhood. So my family kind of lives in the like slightly less well-off area of these neighborhoods. But like still fairly fine. Like I got accused of a lot of shit by that lady. And she like accused me of and my friends, which we were like at college at the time too, and I was like at home visiting. They accused me of, or she came over to like threaten and accuse me to my mom. She didn't say it to me. Of breaking her floodlights because 2 of them had been broken during 2 of the breaks. And my sister, who was like tiny at the time, she must have been like 9 or 10. Like ran up to me while I was like just laying on a couch on my phone and being like, Kyla, I think the neighbor's like accusing you of something. And so I like snuck behind the door, listening to this lady be like, I know it was your daughter, I know it was her friends, I'm gonna call the police on them. You need to admit, like, she needs to like admit it was her, stuff like that. I just like pull open the door after listening for a little bit. I'm like, I heard I'm being accused of something. And then the lady goes, oh no, I have had a couple floodlights broken during the past couple breaks. They're like $50 each, and I was wondering if you or your friends knew anything about that. I was like, no. We don't know anything about that. Are you sure? Not you, but like maybe your friends? No. My friends come over, they pick me up and we leave. We don't do anything to your floodlights. And she's like, well, I'm gonna be installing security cameras and they're gonna be like pointed at your house basically. So we have security cameras pointed at our house to watch us from this neighbor lady now. Just to be like, you broke our $50 floodlights. And this lady's grandchildren were in high school at the time, like throwing parties at her house. But God forbid, it's not the high schoolers. No, it has to be the half Asian kid that's in college across the street that's like barely here and doesn't give a shit and has never done anything to you. Maybe he thinks you're plotting against... It was some old lady. I thought you were part of the Chinese hacker group. LMAO. That's how white people are in America. Isn't that illegal with the camera? They are definitely pointed at my house. You can also see in her window and see the cameras. Because my house is technically in her front yard. Like if you point the camera away from her front door, that's my house. What is it? One of my neighbors who was like, I was like 16 at the time, and she was 14 at the time. But she had like a reputation, which is kind of bad. But I got the police called on me, and I woke up at 3 a.m. to 3 police officers like surrounding me and being like, why is there some suspicious 20-year-old trying to come to your house at 3 a.m? And I was like, there's not. And then I got like harassed for like 30 minutes in front of my house until they were like, go get your mom. So I go wake my mom. And they were like, why are you up at 3 a.m. then if it wasn't you? I'm like, who else is answering this door? You've been grilling me for 30 minutes and no one has come down. Clearly no one else is getting up unless I go and get them up. And so I had to go get my mom. And then my mom talked with them. And then, this is where we get a little bit racist. Because eventually, after my mom gets harassed by these guys, these 3 police officers surrounding us for a while, then she asked them, what does this guy look like? And he said this guy looked kind of like Eastern European. And the whole family next door is Eastern European. And so she just immediately goes, talk to the family next door. And then like basically kicks them out of our house. And then one cop comes back at 6 a.m. to like apologize to us. Not even apologize, just to be like, so it wasn't you. And we were like, yeah, we know. And then gave us like the worst. I was like 16 at the time, and I'm like, you guys believed the story next door? Because the family like clearly covered for the girl. I was like, oh yeah, it's a family friend. He was gonna go see the whole family. That's why he was driving in circles around the neighborhood at 3 a.m. for like 30 minutes. Because he was gonna see the whole family, and he knows the whole family. And when he said he was only waiting for the girl, no, he knows the whole family. But I was like, whatever. Oh yeah, and the person that called the police on my house was, that same lady. Half Asian girl in college, the way you said that. I mean, I feel like once you're in college, you don't bother with that shit at home anymore. You're just like at home, just chilling at that point. Stories remind me of why I hate people. Wackiest story. So yeah, I haven't felt like the most welcome in my time. It's also fun when my white side of my family is racist to me. I don't know if you were here for the basement story, but I did have my great aunt and great uncle like have me and my dad live in a basement that almost killed me, and I have facial scarring from dog bites. That's a different story. that I already went into. I feel like I think I also did it for Phoenix Wright. I don't know why Phoenix Wright just leads into these stories. I already did it for one of them. I'm just, like, I'm probably... Sounds like Dust didn't hear the mold story. Sorry for this, hope you visit our country again. But yeah, I mean, one nice thing and also weird thing about being here is here I'm just a foreigner. And there's some solace of like, yes, I'm the outsider, but like, I fall technically within a curve for once, a group. Although cool foreign people here don't like me, because they can tell I was not cool. So then, like, I was part of a friend group where they had 2 cool girls, and they would hang out with us as a group, but I ended up talking to their significant others more, or their significant others were the ones that would invite me to things, because they were fine with me. But I wasn't cool enough for the cool girls. Yeah, mold story equals basement story. Yeah, you heard it, right? Basement and dog bite story. That was, you know, again, my own family. So yeah, I'm not that close with that much family in the US either, so I don't have too much holding me there. Like, I'm not super close to my dad's side of the family. There are some people in there that I do care about, but it's like a... Like, a lot of drama happened, and people, and I was a child for most of it, and so people either don't know or think like I was just manipulated to like say things happened to me, and I was not. Because they're like, oh, of course it's her Chinese mother that made her lie. And it's like, my own mother doesn't believe half the shit I tell her. So it wasn't her. It was very much me, because it very much happened. So it's kind of like I'm too old now to be around them without definitely starting shit. And it's almost better to just leave it and just be like that, like, kind of distant family member. And then from my Chinese side of the family, before COVID, I actually, during my breaks here in Korea, I would go to China a few times. Usually with my mom, because my Chinese still isn't that good. But then, I wouldn't like if you tried to steal my significant others too. I was not stealing their significant others. That was not even a fear they had. It was just like, I was considered more of like part of the group by them than the girls. Like, if the girls, you know, invited me, or if the girls would rarely remember to invite me, basically. The guys would have to remember that I was part of the invite list. Seems that love wins out in the end after all. Okay. I've been pausing this page for so long. I'm the H detective as well as mask to mask. My verdict will verify that. Remember, I declare that with the full force of my ace detectiveness. No importance whatsoever. Cross-examination. At any rate, as long as the witness has made these remarks, so the rest of the question them. Loophole! Let's hear it. True that the witness made some remarks, so then let's hear this last bit of cross-examination. Going to allow defense to cross-examine your earlier remarks. Defense would like to hear why you declared the defense. Please give us one last bit of testimony. It's our absolute last chance. Always another last chance. I guess the final answer is just like, the nice thing about coming to Korea is it does give you a bit of a breath of fresh air, a different kind of experience. Indeed, it is true that I was not at the retailer. I have to leave to see about another budget travel quest. I had known about the date beforehand, so I had this photograph ready. A brilliant section was informed me that the crew was on Wright. Thanks to the key card, the wallet is out, but like Crazy was there. Able to make a detection from the buzzer with only once. The button did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? The victim would have left prints on it, sounded it, which means the sounded it. Mr. Delight was wearing so long. Master's outfit, which is by his prints. Blackmail letter, the victim just let clean this color cool. Safari. I want to go to Korea and eat the cookie. How long? You know that person? You don't have to. You don't have to spend your organs that early. Vince's earlier remarks do not appear to have been hastily prepared. All of his points have been explained. None of them seem to contradict anything. But of course, how did you know about the emergency buzzer? The police investigation documents went directly to me. You don't have to spend your... Wait, where does the donate go? Donate your organs that early? Ah. Also, I heard it's 50% cheaper there than America. I mean, the housing here is insane. My rent is not bad at all. And probably definitely better than, like, cities. But, like, to buy a house, I'm kind of SOL a little bit. But a lot of things are cheaper. Fruit, vegetables, not cheap. Avocados are not a cheap food in America, and they are half the price here. Then here is very expensive. Fruit is extremely expensive. I saw their house cost 20,000 USD lowest. Where? And does it look like a murder den? Because I'm like, for my apartment, I pay $600 rent, which is great. But I also have to have a key deposit of like 10K. But that's definitely not why. There's just not enough food being like produced here compared to America. Producing a lot of food. Korean's chickens are very good here though. They're much smaller, but they're very good. Making more trouble for us now, Sir Lawyer. Oh my god, time to plug. If you want to see me eating Korean chicken soup and a roast Korean chicken, it is on my YouTube shorts, which I don't think I have linked to my Twitch. I'm pretty sure Americans don't like healthy stuff, but the produce, fresh food is actually so expensive. It's not that much of a mukbang. It's just like a very famous restaurant here in Korea. It was great. It was too much ginseng, but it was great. If we did, half the country wouldn't be obese. Oh my gosh, I have to go to YouTube to find it though. No. I need to link it. Not YouTube, kids. Jesus Christ. Ba 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 ba. All right. How do I share this? You know what? Oh, home. If I just do this, it should be fine, right? Trey, do you know a little Korean then? Because the name is a pun, but you have to know Korean. I'd say if you're interested in food, the Christmas snacks and gifts from Korea shows some stuff, but not as much food. And then the samgyetang is the food one. Oh, and I eat Burger King. That one's my second most popular video. My first most popular video is one that is kind of rough to watch. It was like shocking to me, so I posted because I was shocking. And man, people hate it. All the like comments are so negative, which is okay because the point is it is very shocking. That channel banner though, I know, I found it and it was great. And I'm not actually drunk or anything in that. I'm just a little too small for a pool table. No, I just know how to read the language. I don't understand. No, so love from me is MI, like 미국. Like 미국 사람, 미국인. And 미국 is America. So it's love from me, like love from me sounding, right? But then also love from America. Your last chance. Hang on a sec. Just one chance? It seems that the party's about to begin. There isn't any evidence that contradicts that testimony, so it seems pulling out contradictions doesn't always mean you have to present evidence, does it? At any rate, it's your last chance. If you can't point out a case-breaking contradiction, you lose. That's all there is to it. Casual. Cup number 17, the last cup. Fatal contradictions testimony, and I need to point it out without presenting evidence. So all I can do is find the contradiction where I can press it. Do I only get to press one? Do I only get to press one? It is true that I was not at Lord Lee Taylor. I had to leave to see about another vitally important job request. I don't about the date beforehand, so I had this photograph ready. My brilliant deduction was informed me that the true culprit was Ron Wright. Thanks to the key card in the wallet, it was entirely clear that he was there. What? Why was he at the murder scene? He's admitting he's at the murder scene. Can I press these or no?
Objection!
That this scum was in Kane Bullard's office line. Okay. It is, yeah, pressing one. I just want to check. The fact that he's guilty is insane. That's the insane thing, is the guilty. I know it's to end the case, but that's insane. To be like, oh, you just didn't prove he's guilty? Well, then the other guy's guilty. It's like, what? Okay. True that I was not Local Taylor. I had to leave to see about another vital important office. I hate that I can't press this. This is so vague. I I had known about the date beforehand, so I had this photograph ready. Don't get it. Yes, I do, and I very much push him more on the YouTube because of it's more interesting than just another foreigner in Korea. Because the Twitch and the YouTube aren't that connected. I'd like to see about the really important process. Yeah, so I put him, I milk him a lot for my videos. I put him in a lot of the videos. Because it's technically geared toward foreigners, right? And so foreigners don't need to see, like, just me, you know? I had this photograph ready. Marketing Tactics 101. My brilliant introduction was what informed me that, like, life. The key card was abundantly clear he was there. He was where? I'm proving that you're there, right? It was found at the building. I don't get this he's talking about. He speaks English. I think I come steal your girl. Oh, steal your guy. I was so confused. He speaks English, I think. I come steal your guy. I need that the true couple. You know, my Korean is not good enough to use Korean at that level. I think the key card in the wallet is not there. Buzzer, which only sounded once. The button did not have any fingerprints on the line. Victim would have left prints if he sounded it. It was the killer sounded it. Mr. Dwight was wearing his mask outfit, which is why he left no prints. Blackmail letter, the victim just looked him stupid. Below the jewel. Calling the boyfriend girl. I think you are the dominant one. I think it's pretty even, honestly. I'm just the louder one. Therefore, all the evidence points to that poor boy. That's just saying it's a mistake. That's not a contradiction. He's just creating a very convenient excuse. Mr. Delight was wearing his mask outfit, which is why he left no prints. That's fine. Victim would have left prints if he sounded it, which just means the killer sounded. That should be fine too. The button did not have any fingerprints on the line, yeah. To make deduction from the buzzer, which only sounded once. This one maybe. But it sounds like he got the evidence. Thanks to the key card in the wallet. One was clear he was there. That I was not really sure. I had to leave to see about another. This is so vague, though. Louder one because you're from America? Exactly. Let's see what another. Now this photograph readied. This photograph was readied. I don't know. We're gonna try and press this one. Feels like one of these. Start at me about this last remark.
Objection!
Was in King Bullard. Was in King Bullard's. I hate that I can't skip it. He was in King Bullard's office. Is the fact that he only pressed it once? But he's saying he got... Okay, I'm gonna run through all the way and see what his comments are at the end. Because I'm confused as to what... I might go back to sleep. Alright. Sounds good. I'm so close. Somewhere there's a huge contradiction. I've got to find it. As far as I can see, there's no evidence that contradicts his testimony. All you can do is press it, and you only get one shot. Oh, you are dead on that pool table in your van. It's true that it's not Woodley Taylor. I had to leave to see about another violent. I hate this. What? I didn't know about the date beforehand, so I had this photograph ready. It's about him being there. This would inform me that the true color was Ron Delight. Thanks to the keycard and wallet, it was abundantly clear that he was there. Found money and committed a crime. Wallet. How does he know? Did I bring this up? I can't fucking remember. That can be found out. I'm gonna press this one. Mr. at me about this last week.
Objection!
His office. Alright. Yes. Oh god. I can think of so many justifications for all of these! Come on. Continue. Okay, come on. Retailer. Why would you have the photograph ready? Don't get it. But that's not what I'm looking for. Delight. Is there? Buzzer, which only serves once. He was not here. This would. Okay, no. Okay, it has to be this, right? If it's not, I'm gonna be so mad. Atney was not here when Mr. Delight said he was wearing his mask-to-mask outfit. That came up in court while he was in his court trial. Mr. at me about this last remark. If it's not this, I'm gonna be so mad. I'll get it to you. This isn't about. There we go. I'm afraid you're the one who still doesn't get it, Mr. Godot. Mr. Atney, it seems you have finally admitted that you were in their final goddamn in the CEO office on the night of the murder. How can you say that? Let's review your testimony, shall we, Mr. Atney? The button did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? Mr. Delight was wearing his mask-to-mask outfit, is that correct? Indeed, that's what I said. My deductions are absolutely foolproof. More like your deductions prove that you are a fool. I'm sorry, whatever do you mean? For some reason, I'm starting to get really thirsty. When exactly did we learn the fact that Ron Delight was dressed as mask-to-mask when he went to the scene of the crime? That was, it was just a few hours ago, back when my sixth cup was looking at me with a cold stare. Huh? Oh, did I forget to mention it before? I'm sorry, I just never had a chance to mention it up until now. That's right, the defendant had yet to tell anyone else this fact before this morning. Therefore, the only people who should know this are those who have been watching this trial. Do you understand now, Detective Atney? There's no way that you should have known about that. You were in the next courtroom being tried as mask to mask. Can you enlighten us? Just how did you know about that piece of information? Well,
Objection!
Come on, this detective must have known about it. He probably had plenty of chances to find out beforehand. And it's those chances that I want to discuss next. That night, Mr. Delight was wearing his mask-to-mask outfit. There is one and only one way for Detective Atme to have found that out. Only one way, you say? Please recall, if you will, Mr. Delight's testimony. When I entered the office, there was a suspicious shadow there. For a second, my client was just a real killer. Mr. Delight never saw his attackers. There's no way to tell whether or not the real killer was Luke Atme. It's with that statement that I'll turn this case on its head. Just what are you implying? Mr. Delight saw the real killer, correct? Now, if you turn that statement around, it stands to reason that the real killer had also seen Ron Delight. Detective Atme, you saw Mask-to-Mask at the murder scene that night. You saw him when you killed Kane Bullard and assaulted Ron Delight. And that was the only way you could have known what Ron was wearing. Why is there an earthquake? Is he taking off? Oh my god. Take a good look, everyone. Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one by myself. Here I am, the tragic clown. That's the same line you gave yesterday. I think there's a little more meaning behind this line. What an awfully complicated incident. Kane Bullard was blackmailing Luke Atme, who was in turn blackmailing Ron Delight. And upon killing his blackmailer, Luke Atme tried to frame Ron Delight. He then claimed to be guilty as Mask-to-Mask in order to escape his true crime, and to that end, he came up with this plan, to use the double jeopardy rule when making his alibi. At any rate, it would seem we'd finally found the truth. Excuse me, I came here. Researching the innocent young man, searching him with a tale of murder. Don't ignore me! I didn't realize you were there. Why wouldn't he be? About the verdict. I know, you never committed any murder. That's right, I'm so glad you understand that, but I really am Mask-to-Mask! Huh? So thanks to that trial yesterday, I'm innocent now, right? What was that you said? Double jeopardy? Now that you mention it. Oh, he was already found innocent of Mask-to-Mask. I've been careless. Careless? What do you think, Mia? As the defendant says, the rule of double jeopardy is absolute. The defendant can never be tried twice for a crime in which he was once found innocent. Then, Mask-to-Mask is really innocent? It would seem so. For now. Now then, this court finds the defendant. Well, I guess that ties it all up in a nice little bow. Boy, this is really lucky. Wait, this isn't so good after all. You see, the thing is, I am Mask-to-Mask after all. You did it, Phoenix. Thanks, Mia. It's been a long time, hasn't it? Because Maya doesn't call on me much these days. I'm just joking, don't take everything so seriously. You seem kind of torn these days. You mean about becoming master of crane channeling school? Becoming the master means saying goodbye to our mother. Misty Faye, right? Watch over her, will you, Phoenix? Of course. Well then, see you around. Mr. Wright, I don't know what to say. Congratulations, Mr. Wright. Thank you so much. No wait, nothing really matters, what? Just be happy already. You've been cleared of the murder charges and got off as Mask-to-Mask to boot. But in exchange, I lost everything. Huh? What do you mean? Stealing security information from KB's security, becoming Mask-to-Mask. I did it all for one reason, for her. You mean your wife does, right? She hates criminals more than anything. Come to think of it, she was once held hostage by some robbers, wasn't she? She always said how she hated sneaky criminals. I knew that, but once I got fired from KB's security and lost all the money I had, she wouldn't have any reason to stay with me. I thought she would leave me for sure. That's why you became Mask-to-Mask? Yes, but it's all over now. A broken bowl can never be put back together. That's not true, right, Nick? Right. Really? Can we go back to the way things were? It'll be fine. And Nick will... What? I missed it. I kind of wish you'd check me first. Even if a bowl is broken, there's always a way to put it back together. What did I say? A sacred urn. Jessie was the one who found this. Desiree, your wife. She's always believed in you, Ron. That's why you'll be fine. You don't have to worry about anything. Ah, there you are. Miss Wright. You did it, Ronnie. You're innocent. I'm so happy. Thank you. I appreciate that. But, I suppose you don't want anything more to do with me, do you? Ronnie, why didn't you talk to me about what was going on? I had no idea you'd quit KB Security. I never imagined that you were really mask to mask either. Mr. Light, what are you going to do now that you know? You're not going to really leave him, are you? Come on, it's obvious, isn't it? How could I ever let a wonderful man like him get away? After all, my bike's really fast. So fast there's no way he could ever get away. What? But didn't you say you hated criminals? Oh, I only hate people who act all cowardly and sneaky. Like that detective. I see. My Ronnie went and declared his crimes before he committed them. Like a man! I just love a man who's so chivalrous. Chivalrous? I knew I was right about you. Every day I spend with you is filled with thrills and excitement. Jessie. Desiree, you really do love Ronnie, don't you? Nicky boy? Yes? I'm really glad I asked you to defend my Ronnie. Thank you so much. I'll never forget what you've done for us. Take care of yourself. You too, Nicky boy. Nick, Mr. What? Congratulations. Talk about bad timing. Pearl, you need to calm your shit. It's so cold. That's another man's knife in front of Mystic Maya. Just getting this, like, shit slapped out of me by a 9-year-old. I mean, that's just kind of weak. I could stop this 9-year-old from slapping me. Just as the case came to a close, so too did Mike. She slapped you enough to knock you out? God damn. Broken bowl can never be put back together again, but I know that's not true. I mean, just look. Why do their mouths look so weird? One that was put back together even better than before. Yeah, thank God. Someone take the paint off, though? God, that episode took forever. But we did it. Oh, put her in a maid outfit, huh? So, what was it? First game had 5 episodes. Second game had 4. That's enough. This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts. It wasn't me. I swear it wasn't me. The evidence testimony we have seen and heard are conclusive. The victim was alone at his table when he drank from that cup. What? No, I know what I saw. I saw. I saw someone else there. A man, he's the real killer. It looks like it's supposed to be Phoenix. Why won't anyone believe me? I'd say that pretty much wraps this case up, wouldn't you? Mr. Wright? Guilty. Is he sprinkling salt, or she? It's salt if salt were poison! Bum bum bum! Alright. And that'll be for next time. Are you going to be a judge? That would be interesting. We'll have to find out next Tuesday. But yeah, we're actually getting through this. We're getting close to the end of this game now, technically, and that'll be the end of the Phoenix Wright, because that's what happened. So we'll have to figure out what to do next after that. But for now, I will drop the Discord. If anyone wants to see what we'll be doing. I don't know what my schedule is going to be this week necessarily, since it is going to be the holidays soon. For the next couple weeks, not sure, but of course you can always check the Discord. But for now, I will be back tomorrow with TFT, and Akuma will be here, so we'll be yelling at each other, I'm sure. And then Thursday will be Genshin, Friday will be off, and then Saturday should be something, but I'm not sure, because for me, Saturday is going to be Christmas Eve. So I'm not really sure how my schedule is going to work out for that. But I will let you guys know, and of course you can always check out the Discord, and that will be the first place to find out. Anyway, thank you so much to everyone who came and hung out. Friday is off like your poor TV. My TV is actually off a lot. I don't really need a TV. One of my friends was leaving and they were like, "You want a TV?" And it was the best opportunity. And they have a big ass TV. So I said yes. I use it not often. But anyway, thank you so much to everyone that came and hung out. If it is morning for you, good morning. If it is night, good night. Have a great day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye!